Good evening. I want to start first by expressing my deep gratitude and admiration to all those in the Sangha who are working as doctors and nurses and medical professionals of various kinds who are on the front lines, who are sacrificing their time and their sense of stability and really entering into hell as Jizo Bodhisattva, each one of them truly worthy of our deep respect and continuous nen for their well-being. I also want to mention with care and concern that quite a few Sangha members are unable to work during this time. They may be professional artists who can't any longer perform. They may provide functions that can't be done because of physical proximity. And all of us need to be aware and take care of each other during these long months of disruption. I also want to remind you that there are people living alone or ill who need a phone call or an email from you. And in general, just to say how incredible it is to have this treasure of Sangha, and how grateful I am to each of you. I have a friend here in Syracuse whose practice of Zazen has also been infused with her practice of Judaism. She hasn't been able to sit with us for quite a few years because of her physical condition. And now she is facing death from metastatic cancer. And she told me in an email a few days ago regarding what this great matter is. She said, right now, I'm looking at it as a time of wonder, of joining in the great mystery of the universe and creation. I don't know what's next. I just keep an open mind. This is an inspiration, I think, for all of us as cases of COVID-19 multiply exponentially. The prospect of death, no matter how old we may be or how currently healthy we may be, is no longer an abstract notion. I was thinking about Dogen's great teachings in the Shobogenzo fascicle Life, Death. And I wanted to share with you one of my favorite sections. He said, "It is a mistake to think that life transforms into death. Life is a temporary condition, always, already, with its before and after." In other words, here we all are, temporarily having taken these forms, this personality, temporary, already. What brought us to this, our karma? What will bring us to the aftermath, our karma, to which we are contributing in every possible way, moment by moment, day by day. Then Dogen said, "Therefore, in the Buddha Dharma, life is beginningless. Death, too, is a temporary condition, also with its before and after. Thus, death is deathless." At the moment of life, there is nothing but life. At the moment of death, there is nothing but death. Therefore, when there is life, just let life be life. When death comes, face it and offer yourself. Don't love one and hate the other. How helpful this teaching is at this time, right? When there is life, just let life be life. Each one of us right here now, alive. No need to let ourselves get caught up in anxiety about when death will come. It will come. And when it comes, face it and offer yourself. It is a time of wonder, of joining in the great mystery of the universe and creation, my friend said. When we cling, when we fear, when we try to avoid what is happening right now in this moment, that's when we really engage in relentless suffering. So then back to Dogen. This life-death is the very life of the Buddha. If you hate it, you lose the very life of the Buddha. If you dwell in samsara and cling to it, you also lose the life of the Buddha. And you have only a lifeless Buddha. So this passage through life is absolutely nothing but the gift of our Buddha nature and the turning and transforming and death itself. If we hate it, then we are hating Buddha, dwelling in samsara, preferring this over that, fearing this, clinging to that. We lose the life, our natural, true Buddha nature, and only have a lifeless Buddha, a Buddha in name only. Then back to Dogen, he says, only when you neither love nor hate are you in the heart of the Buddha. Never judge. Don't get caught in preferential mind and avoiding this and seeking after that. Just be what it is. Be how you truly are in the heart of the Buddha. Sentient beings are fundamentally Buddha. Be this fundamental Buddha, who you truly are. And never judge means don't want something different from what it is just now. This is it. As it is, could not be more wonderful, more a time of wonder. And then Dogen says, don't speak about it. Free body, mind, and abandon it. Throw yourself into the house of the Buddha. Let him initiate you and simply follow him effortlessly without anxiety. Then you can be free from samsara and become a Buddha. Can anyone resist doing so? This is our natural way when we practice. That is what we are doing. We are throwing the self we think we are, throwing it into the house of the Buddha, the way of the Buddha, and being initiated by Buddha. And no matter how difficult the circumstances are, this initiation takes place when we give ourselves to it completely, effortlessly, without anxiety. Then we can be free. And Dogen ends this fascicle. He says, there is a very easy way to become a Buddha. Refrain from all evil. Don't cling to samsara, the endless round of duality, this and that, good and bad. Just don't cling. Have deep compassion for all beings. Show a reverential heart toward elders. Be kind to the young. Don't dislike the myriad things. Keep your mind free of desire, judgment, and anxiety. Then you will be called a Buddha. Seek no more. How essential this teaching of Dogen is to our current circumstance as we go about living our mostly shut-in lives. How encouraging it is to experience every time we sit, there is only life, there is only death. Don't love one and hate the other. There is nothing to cling to. Rinzai's teacher, Obaku, Longbo, said, "Those who seek the way must enter it with the suddenness of a knife thrust. Those who seek the way must enter it with the suddenness of a knife thrust." This is not the seeking of looking somewhere else. This is the seeking of aspiration, of our vow to awaken. We must enter it with the suddenness of a knife thrust. It requires nothing but utter relinquishment of any idea of a separate self. Nothing but utterly giving up any idea about what it is we should be doing. To have this, okay, this mind right here, achieving nothing, acquiring nothing, attaining nothing, and knowing nothing. This is to free ourselves of samsara, to allow this Buddha mind to initiate us every breath, every moment, every day.